Are you worried about some lowlife stealing your family's food during the upcoming Y2K shortages? Well, I'm not. Nothing like exercising your First and Second Amendment rights at the same time. Hey, welcome to Bill's World, where as usual, the contents of this program are in no way related to my role as a selectman in West Brookfield. Now let's get underway with this week's show. We've got a good one for you, so sit tight and we'll start rolling. I think I hit the chalupa. There we are. We're standing outside Rain's Gift Shop where this week, right now today, the West Brookfield Police and the Explorers program having the Toys for Tot program, and they're collecting gifts for kids. And this young fella, for all you people out there in Scannerland, this guy right here, Officer Tracy, when you hear the word, the number is 604, there he is right there, 604. What are you going to say to the people in West Brookfield, Officer Tracy?
Speechless at this time.
There it is, speechless at this time. There's a good clue. It's a Sunday, and the spirit shop's open. Gotta love it. I'll tell you what, a redneck's dream.
I get something for you.
And everybody, there's Officer Chip. Not many people in town see him. He's the midnight guy. The dark man. Flipping the burgers. Chip, give me one medium rare, would you?
Yeah.
All right. You gonna say hi to the people?
Hi, people. How are you?
There. I've known Chip since he was, what, 12? He's always been very sociable.
Uh-oh. That's why I work nights. No, ain't the real reason.
And here we have three of West Brookfield Police Department explorers in the Explorer program. Who do we have here over here? All right, guys, you're doing a great job, and gals. Super job. The toys coming in for the Toys for Tots? All right. Excellent. This is West Brookfield's brandy new ambulance. Good-looking unit. 15A1. And there's West Brookfield's newest full-time officer, Officer Harold Parker. He's just graduating from the academy. He's doing a great job. Like his haircut, huh? Look at that.
From town. He wants to look at
I should put a screen, a lens screen on so we can cut down on the glare here. Harry, say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
There you go. You said hi. And there's Rain Petruzzi. She's with Santa Claus. Rain is last week's supplied the gift certificate for Where Is It in West Brookfield. She owns Rain's Gift Shop here on Route 9 where they're holding the Toys for Tots drive. And, hey, Rain, what do you want to say to the people out there in West Brookfield?
Have a happy and safe New Year.
How about you, Santa?
She's such a good girl.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Excellent.
That one. That one.
And here we have a couple of members of West Brookfield Volunteer Rescue Squad. Who do we have here on the right? All right, girls. Doing a great job. Toys for Tots for the kids. A good day. Nice and sunny. Is it cold or warm? All right. What do you want to say to the people in West Brookfield for the new year?
Hope everyone has a happy and safe New Year.
Great job. We're standing here with, what's your first name?
Matt Waterman.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school, Matt?
I went to Quaybog Regional High School.
Uh-oh, and here comes the car for gas, so Matt's going to start the pump, and we'll be right back. We're back with Matt. Where do you go to school now, Matt?
I go to Springfield Technical Community College in Springfield.
All right, here we go. You ready? You're going to have 10 seconds to answer this.
Okay.
Name the president since the beginning of World War I. World War II. World War II.
World War II. I don't know. George Bush was the first one. World War II. I don't know.
Which one of the first 10 amendments are known as the Bill of Rights?
Which one? The first 10?
Yeah.
First 4, isn't it?
Okay, Matt. We're all set. Good luck in school. You went to where? Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Quabog.
All right.
Good old Quabog.
Tab, what's your first name?
Allison.
Where'd you go to school, Allison?
Quabog.
When'd you graduate? Cool. Here comes the quiz. You ready? You're going to have 10 seconds. Name the president since the beginning of World War II. You got 10 seconds. Think about it.
Not really sure. I only know the past 3.
Who are the past 3?
Let's see. There's Clinton, there's Bush, there's Reagan, there's, let's see, Eisenhower's he in there?
Good job. How about, which one of the first 10 amendments are known as the Bill of Rights?
Oh, I should know this one. Can't forget that one.
Here's one. What's the square root of 64?
8.
Hey, all right.
I did that one.
All right.
I did that one.
Hey, what's your first name?
Chris.
Where do you go to school?
Quabog.
What year?
Senior.
You're a senior?
Yep.
No kidding. You ready to take part in the quiz?
Sure.
All right. You're going to have 10 seconds to think about this one and then come up with the answer.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Name the president since World War II.
Couldn't tell you.
Your answer?
Don't know.
Oh, how about what are the 3 branches of government?
Legislative, judicial, and executive.
All right. All right. Which of the first 10 amendments are known as the Bill of Rights?
First 10.
Hey! Got it. Good job.
Happy New Year from the girls and dad of the North Brookfield Savings Bank in the West Brookfield branch.
All right, here we are. Who do we have right here?
Corey Badney. Gregory Ledger.
Oh, he can just give you a first name. All right. Where do you guys go to school? Where do you guys?
Quabog.
Quabog? Yeah?
Yep.
What year?
This year?
No, what year are you in?
2003.
2003.
1999. You don't, there's no way. You have to give 1999. You graduated.
All right, here we go. You ready for the first question?
Yeah.
All right, you'll have 10 seconds to think about it, and then give me the answer. All 3 of you. You can collaborate. You can get together on this one. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Name the president of the United States since the beginning of World War II. Okay.
We don't know.
Greg.
All right. Let's see. Here's one. Which of the first 10 amendments are known as the Bill of Rights?
I don't know.
Time's up.
The 5th Amendment.
The 5th Amendment. Well, okay. Here's one for you. What are the 3 branches of government?
Judicial.
Go.
Legislative. Executive. Judicial.
Yahoo! Oh, no.
That was on camera?
That was on camera.
Oh,
No.
you're kind of slow, huh?
Kind of slow. Good job. You guys did pretty... What's the square root of 64?
3. No.
No.
7.
No. It is 24. What?
Okay. Good job. Have a good day. Don't get too cold out here now. All right.
Are you going to be on TV?
Yep.
Damn.
Let's see. Who do we have here? Just your first name, dear.
Holly,
Holly. And you go to Quabog Regional?
yes,
What year are you in?
senior.
A senior? Wow. What are you going to do after school?
I'm not really sure. Either I'm going into Navy or I am Probably social work.
Navy's a great choice. Here we go. You ready? This is the time. You're going to have 10 seconds after this first question. Think about it. Try to get it right. Name the presidents of the United States since World War II. Okay.
All of them?
All of them.
I think so.
Oh,
At least go for it.
and time's up. How about this one? I got one for you. Of the first 10 amendments, which ones are known as the Bill of Rights?
The first 10.
Atta girl. Ding, bing, 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 bing. We got one. What's the square root of 64? Oh, what are the three branches of government?
Executive, judicial, and legislative.
All right, Holly. I knew you'd bail us out. I knew that would happen. Have a good day. You're gonna say Happy New Year to everybody?
Happy New Year.
All right. Won that. But anyways, my first guest this evening, Mr. George Gilman of East Main Street. How are you, Mr. Gilman?
Fine, fine.
You know, it's funny. I'm not going to ask you how old you are, but I'll tell the people you've lived in town since you were born in 1931. So we'll let them figure that out. We'll leave it up to them. But I just wanted to talk to you. New Year's coming up, the year 2000. It's a benchmark in history, and I just wanted to have somebody on who's been around town for a long time. And I just want to ask you, since you've lived in town, what kind of changes have you seen in West Brookfield that really stand out in your memory? You know, since you got, I mean, when you first was Main Street paved?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I still had trolley tracks.
Trolley tracks.
They took up the trolley tracks, put in a drainage. West Main Street.
Where did they go?
They went all the way into Worcester.
Oh, really?
Into Warren.
So you could get on a
trolley, you could go Brookfield, right into Worcester.
no kid.
Yeah.
You remember how much it
I
was?
remember the trolleys, they were gone.
Oh, they were long gone?
The tracks were still underneath the blacktop, and they had to be all taken up.
Oh, really? Were there any when you were a young fella, was there a bank in town?
No.
How far did you have to go to get to a bank?
We went in North Brookfield, or where?
North Brookfield.
Warren had a bank.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now we have two banks.
Yeah.
So,
How about the size of the population of the town?
probably triple. They say 1,000 people roughly, 900 people. Now it's what, 3,600?
Right?
Almost like 4 times the size. That's where the changes are.
Yeah.
Everybody knew everybody back then.
Were most of the houses pretty centrally located?
Right.
Yeah, you didn't have it.
No. You don't have a few with the farms, that's all you had out in the country.
Yeah, now out on Shea Road and Ragged Hill, there's houses everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It has grown. It's still growing.
So how long have you been on the fire department?
No, I started found a fire department officially what, 1948, 1949. I started when I was 14.
Wow. And what did you...
Chasing brush fires and helping put them out. And that's all we did not have much going on in town back in those days.
Yeah, what did you have for equipment then? The fire department.
One truck.
You had one truck?
One truck.
Was it a tanker or a pumper?
No, it was the old 1924 Maxim. That's all we had. They had the same number of members, 24 members, but you all couldn't ride on one truck. And they just, and that was up to when, 1949, when we had the second truck.
Did we have an
And
ambulance?
now it's grown.
Yeah. Did we have an ambulance back then?
1952. That's when the group of firemen and the three businessmen in town started the ambulance. Davy Side, Harry Prescott, and Sherman McCarthy. They were business people that got some money together, and the firemen, a group of the fire department, agreed to run the ambulance. That's how it started. That's how it basically started.
So what happened before 1952?
You
Thrown in the trunk and dragged to Mary Lane.
know that, or you had to call Spencer.
Yeah?
A funeral home would send out a ambulance, and make not an ambulance, just like a pickup van or something.
And if you didn't make it,
No, that was it. That was the reason
Save the
why.
truck.
That's the reason why the ambulance was formed, was to help people.
Yeah.
Get to the hospital. That's the beginning. Now it's grown into quite an operation now.
yeah, it is. So where did you go to school, Mr. Gilman?
Right here on Milk Street School, then School Street School, and then Warren High School.
So you went to Warren High?
Warren High.
Now back then, did some of the kids, did they go to other schools too, or was that not in your time?
No, not
Everybody went to Warren High.
Right, went to Warren High.
Yeah.
Brought your own little sandwich in a bag.
Well, there was no school lunch.
No school lunch. No athletes. Well, you had basketball, basic, but not like today. Today is a different world. The children have so much today to be thankful for.
You kids hear that? I'm going to ask you. I have to ask you. Was it uphill both ways to school? You had to walk in the winter barefoot, right? No, I'm just kidding. My mother always told me that. Well, we had to walk uphill both ways.
Back then, we used to all walk to school downtown.
Downtown.
That's right. And some of the farmers in the country had a car. Carl Davis had a car. Milt Richardson had little buses. And they picked up the outskirts. They started that. Now, actually, you have to get a bus to go to Quaybor or Warren High School.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all went to Warren High, even back in the first beginning. Everybody went to Warren High School.
Yeah.
And I used to be up on the hill next to the Catholic Church. That used to be the original Warren High. Then they built the new one where the selectmen's office are now. That's the one I went to. Or we went to.
Did you, back in the old days, when you were a kid growing up, what did we have in town for gas stations? Was there a gas station in town?
Yeah. Had one, two. Had the Gulf Station, Davy Side. The Mobile Station. Johnny Murphy had that. And you had George Tibbetts down at Texaco.
George was there back then?
He'd be back after the World War II. That's when George started.
Oh, geez, I didn't think George was that old. Well,
No, George after World War II.
yeah?
Yeah, that's when he had a Quonset hut. That's how the Quonset garage.
They called it the Quonset Garage.
Yeah.
Was there anywhere to dine out in town?
Yeah, dining out.
Let's say in the 40s or the early 50s.
Oh, yeah, we had Jimmy's lunch for us teenagers.
Where was that located?
The junction of, on the way of West Main Street, the junction of going to Warren, Route 67, and Route 9.
That was called Jimmy's?
Jimmy's, yeah, and Jimmy's and Dickie Yarby. That was Dickie Yarby's father ran that.
What happened to Jimmy's? The building?
When they rebuilt Route 9 and 67, that was all demolished. When they put the new bridge on the railroad in, that was gone. But that's where we used to have a place to go for dancing and sandwiches. That's all. That's the only place we had to go.
There was nowhere to go out to, say, have a dinner then, like now we have.
Well, you still had the White Pillars back then, but that wasn't for the Golden Gate.
Yeah.
Like that.
Was it called the
Tavern, the old Tavern.
The Tavern was there? Yeah, that's
No,
right.
it was called the West one.
The West Wind was the White Pillars.
And yeah,
And of course,
Mr. McGovern owned that.
the Tavern's been there since 17-something. So
Right, that goes way back.
way back. That goes back before your time even.
Mm-hmm.
What about the floods? There were a couple of pretty good-sized floods involving Lake Wickabog.
And I remember 38, I was only 7 years old. I remember the 38 hurricane.
Yeah.
I got pictures at home of that. That was given to me. 55, that's when I started working with the phone company. That was a big one.
Now water,
55.
down by Route 9, was that all flooded down there, I think? Yeah.
Yeah, Lake Shore Drive must have had 4 or 5 feet of water on top of it, I would say, before your flood control dam. After 55, they built all these flood control dams, which hold back, like protect Southbridge, Sturbridge, like that.
Yeah.
Spencer,
Probably the
one up here on
Yeah,
Shea Road.
Shea Road.
That's where that was built. The one on Fort Warren Road. That's a flood retardation reservoir too, that dam.
what about the, you remember the police department back then? What did we have for a police department?
Police department. When I was younger,
Yeah.
we had Chief of Police was Peter Brady. No car, no nothing. You had to walk around town. They never had a car, but he used to know where we were. He used to walk around at nighttime, and he kept track of us young people.
Yeah.
And then they came to their own private cars.
Right.
Johnny Worth, he was the chief then. I'm the Harold Gardner. Then police department started to grow. That's when they started to grow. We used to use the state police all the time. Every time you had something wrong, you would call the Brookfield State Police, and they were the ones. They're the ones that would come to do all the heavy stuff.
And what about was the train station operating when you were?
Oh yeah.
Did they stop there?
Oh sure. Yeah, I spent. That's what. As I spent, I was 13, 14. That's where the steam locomotives. That's during World War II. The trains were going through here. The mail was dropped off here.
Okay.
That was busy. I spent all day down there just watching trains. That was kind of and then we were doing the World War II. We had the metal drive on the common. We used to go, as these younger people, we used to go around and pick up all the people's metal, tires, everything. Put piles up on the common. And they came and took that away to help support the war. All the material.
Wow. When do you figure when do they stop the trains? When do they cease that?
Because that was steam locomotives then.
Right.
That's what's really interesting. Then this changed to diesel. Then they dropped the passenger run. And that's when it all went like it is now.
They just fly through town now.
Fly through town now. The passengers, we have a lot of fellows used to go to Worcester Boys Trade School, St. John's High School. They would ride the morning milk train. That would stop at every town all the way into Worcester.
Oh my goodness.
And they went to school there. Quite a few of them from town.
They must have had to get an early start.
No, they didn't.
So let's say in 1940, 42, 45, you wanted to take a trip into Boston. How big a deal was that?
Yeah, because back then you had a local bus run, like not Peter Pan. You had, I can't think of the name of the bus company.
But they ran right, they came through town?
They used to run from North Brookfield to where. That's how we got to go to the movies from where. We had to take a bus from West Brookfield or where to the Casino Theater. That's how. There's no entertainment in town.
No,
The one time we had movies in the town hall upstairs.
Movies?
In the Great Hall. They had movies up there. They tried running movies, but it went through. It was good to begin with, and after a while it faded out, and it just faded out. That's all. Upstairs in the Great Hall. And we had the minstrel shows. That was our entertainment back then.
All right. Well, Mr. Gilman, it's certainly been a pleasure having you on the show. Anything you want to say? Happy New Year to everybody?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. And the town's come a long way. It's everybody. It's everybody's town, not one person. Everybody lives here.
That's right.
It's a nice town.
Well, thanks for being on Bill's World, Mr. Gilman.
Anytime.
Well, listen, What we're going to do now is give you a little, the next segments are usual, my views from around town. Sit back and enjoy. Maybe you're in here, maybe you're not, and we'll be right back.